As you guys told us to make a video on computer science, here it is. So I'm gonna ask him some questions like related to computer science, and he will say his experience from past 2 years. So computer science student in like basics, what if you wanna explain it to youngsters?
Computer science students, I would say problem solving. During your projects, you have a lot of problem solving, and also teamwork. I think most of the time you'll be working as a team. First year, second year, even third year as well. Like third year is an individual portfolio, but however, like if you work as a group, and you can definitely achieve the best.
When he says teamwork, he means group project. So yes, it is critical in uni, especially in first and second year, because that's your main purpose. One more question, this is for everyone who thinks that you need to have a coding skill. In your opinion, do you think if you want to do computer science, do you need to have a coding experience?
To be honest with you guys, it is good to have a coding skill. It's an advantage. But I came in this uni with no programming skills. We did some programming in our A-levels, but I think it was really basic. But once you come in here, they will teach you how to do programming as well. And I would say as years go by, like right now I'm in year 3. So right now I can do a lot of programming because I understand how the algorithm works. So I think it's more about understanding how programming works rather than just learning it, because you're not going to get it straight away. So you just have to be patient and you have to learn it small by small. It takes time, but definitely once you get it, you'll never forget it.
And so for his final year project, he's making a game. From not knowing anything about programming to making a game is obviously, it takes time, but if you put in the effort, you're gonna get that. How was your experience with COVID learnings and as a computer science as a student?
I think in terms of when COVID hit us, I think it gave us like a lot of time to work on ourselves rather than coming to uni. And it's easier to disadvantage at one point, because obviously you're gonna miss your college, uni life, and all that. So I think the thing I benefited from COVID would be that I managed to work alone and
individually
do my research alone, and that kind of helped me in my year 3 portfolio, because year 3 is all about everything you're doing alone. Once you get into that field, like once you get into that year 3, you'll have to do a lot of research by yourself. And I think in year 2 helped me, like because I did my own research rather than working as a group. Yes, we did have group interviews and all that, but in year 2 we had like a task that you set for yourself, and at the end you merge it into a teamwork. So I think year 2 did help me, the COVID did help me to focus on myself and most likely doing research. I think research is really important in cybersecurity, especially not in cybersecurity, sorry, in computer science, especially when you're doing your final year project.
This is for people who's not familiar with computer science. Do you think it will be? Do you think computer science is for everybody?
Yeah, definitely. Because if you think about the future, a lot of technologies are introduced. Like for example, right now we have Facebook trying to create a metaverse. So I think having this computer science skill would benefit your future, because you'll have a lot of opportunities, and especially if the computer science, I feel like a lot of people can do this course and understand what's happening, because since we were kids, we used computers and we know how it works and all that. But computer science is all about getting to know how things work rather than how things are. So I think it is definitely useful for a lot of people.
So you're saying you don't have to be from IT background in order to do the computer science?
No, because even I think in our first year we had a person who came to do computer science.
Yeah, I remember.
Previously he did like a medicine or something.
Yeah.
He had a degree. He was doing computer science. He had zero knowledge, but he managed to come to lectures and understand, because we learn from the basic. So things you learn in A-levels, you'll start from here.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key.
Okay. So basically, he's saying uni will teach you the fundamental before they go to advanced topics. So so if you are from non-IT background, you can still do computer science. This is your final question. Tell us about your final year project.
So final year project is like when you solve a problem in real life. So there's a lot of problems that we can solve in real life. But when it comes to computer science, IT-wise, it's really limited. So what I've done is I've created a game that can teach users about cybersecurity, because it is a concerning problem that we have right now. Because in future you'll have like a lot of ways unauthorized people trying to access your computers or any sort of to get access to any sort of your personal information. So I think having this game would benefit a lot of people in future, because it really teaches you the basics of cybersecurity threats. And I haven't completed yet, so I'm actually in progress at the moment. Once I've completed it, I'm looking forward to publish it and show it to my teacher.
Yeah. Thanks for your time and good luck with your final project.
Thank you. Okay, Morgan, we got Morgan here now. Another interview about computer science. So Morgan, tell us about your projects, your group projects in year 1 and year 2 of computer science.
Oh yes, so during my first year I was developing a Finch robot. So basically my task was to design a Finch robot to program it to draw shapes. So if you have to put input commands. So if you want to draw triangle, you have to press T, and you have to give length, and you will draw a triangle. During my first year, I had to program basically, but I had no knowledge about Java, and so that was the biggest disadvantage for me. And it was hard, it was difficult, but due to they provide help during the labs, so I was able to overcome that problem, and I managed to complete the task. During second year, I was developing full stack application for solving one of the UN goals. So we were solving climate change. So we made a full stack app using Spring Boot, which was from Java. So that again advances my Java skills, and I was able to do that with the help of YouTube labs they provided. So for advice, if I want to give advice to young people or like people who want to do CS, it's not necessary you need to have a Java knowledge of any programming knowledge, because obviously you're gonna provide you with that. They will teach you all the fundamental, the basics, and importantly the algorithm that goes behind the scene in order to develop a complete working program.
Okay, so you've been here for like 3 years, and I think they teach you like different modules, right, in each year. So do you think the modules you have learned will benefit your future? And what is your favorite module that helped you a lot in this computer industry?
That's a very good question. Yeah, so during my first year, I would say it was software engineering, which was to do with programming. So I was learning the basics, like I said, which is important in order to. So I was basically exploring during my first year, and as like I mentioned, I like the software where he was teaching us basics about the programming, the syntax, and all that. So that was my favorite. There was one of the most difficult module I would say was computational thinking, which was to do with numbers and mathematics, which I was struggling. But yeah, it was compulsory. We had to do that, so I managed to did well. But with that, I think it was because I was with my friends who were confident with that module, so we were working together.
So Morgan, tell us, why is it really important for you to make new friends in uni, and especially if they're doing the same course as you?
Yeah, so like as you mentioned earlier, that almost in first year and second year we almost have to do a group project. So it is really important that you build that connection from the start, so that you don't have to waste not waste time, but you have to like take extra effort to make friends. And if you know them already, you get that vibe, and they'll be there for you when you need help. And you obviously in order to complete the project, you need to gel with the group. So the best advice I would give for people who want to come uni, who are planning to come uni, you make sure you go to you attend events, and where you can build network with people, and stay connected with them, because who's doing the same course as you, they'll be there for you, and they'll be in the same situation. So don't think that don't afraid to approach to people. And I was struggling. I was feared to speak to people, but that I regret not doing it was that I didn't approach to people enough, and yeah.
And tell us about how our computer science department prepares you for examinations. Like that includes code runners that is done online, and also like courseworks and all that.
Yes, so I will go back to the labs. We have weekly labs. So they will have lectures related to that topic. Then we will have practical with the lab. So maybe we will be doing the code runners. So they'll teach you, like they will give you scenario, like do this, like write down the plus. You don't have to explain that. So we have to basically prepare the code runner in advance. So if you do your labs, that's your code runner done. So and labs, there will be people ETS there to help you if you're struggling with any programming language. And if you really need help, they'll be there. And that's how I did my code runners in my first year and second year. And yeah.
Okay, tell us about your final year project.
For my final project, I'm developing a chatbot, and I'm basically developing and training the chatbot to respond to users' queries. So I have this data set online which I found it. So I'll be using that data set to train the bot to work accordingly. So there'll be agent 1, user 1 and user 2. So let's say I'm the user and I'm using the chatbot. So if I type something related to that data set, it will respond to it. So if I say, let me test this, tell me something about Google Pass, so it will respond here. Did you know Google had 100 blackboards? If you press yes, yeah, that's great. And then that's what basically I'm developing. And this is something I'm doing completely opposite from previous 2 years. Like I mentioned, I was using Java for last 2 years. Now this is more like a JSON, and this is both frame compressor. So this is the completely different experience. So like I'm exploring, and let's see how that will go.
And one final question: Do you think that our A levels, we did ICT together, through a double ICT? Do you think that helped us in our uni?
Yeah, indeed, yeah, because we have to write reports and like we have to do assignment, right? So I already knew how to do that. So when coming from A level to uni and writing those assignments were easy for me. It did help us to write like how to start and structure the assignments.
Tell us, there's one more last question. Tell us about life as a computer science student in 3 words at Brunel University, London.
I'll say problem solving, because for my final program I'm solving something, he's solving something as well. Third will be independent, because you on your own writing codes with the help of your tutor and Google and YouTube. And third will be time management. So yeah, you have to manage your own time, like you have to finish your assignments on time, complete the project, and obviously prepare for the exam. So yeah, independent, problem solving, and what was the
time management.
Time management, yeah.
Alright, thank you very much, Morgan.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have the person called Dawa. At the moment he's sleeping. Are you sleeping? Okay, so tell us about your computer science. Alright, so now we got Davo here, and he's also studying his final year project, final year computer science with us. So Davo, tell us how easy it is to make friends in uni.
It is easy if you go to all the events and stuff. You talk to them, you stay connected with them. Because in uni, everyone is busy with their life, and if you don't stay connected, they'll just forget you.
So in the Brunel University, London, we have like societies like Indian societies, Sri Lankan societies, Italian societies. Do you think do you recommend people to join there so that they get this so that they get the home vibe and home cultures?
Yes, definitely join societies. So you have different experience, different point of view of uni as well, and not just your course point of view. So you meet different people who are doing different stuff than you are, or they're doing masters or different course altogether.
Okay, so tell us about your life in computer science at year 1 and year 2, like in terms of group project.
In year 1, I did navigation with Finch robot. So when you type commands in Java, it goes forward or backwards or left, right, it tracks your movement and stuff. In year 2, it was a group project. In year 2, we did a fitness app, a full stack fitness app. So it takes it recommends you what kind of exercise or stuff you need to do. I was doing mostly search based, so you search for what exercise what exercise you want to do. Let's say for example you want to do chest exercise, so it gives you gym plans or exercise plans based on a search. I was mostly doing front end with JavaScript and React, and some of the back end to get the data.
Okay, so Davo, you mentioned a few technical languages. How hard was it, or how easy was it for you to learn that? And do Uni teach you that in early stages?
Uni will give you basic information on the languages, but then it's up to you how you want to learn it. In year 2, we were given choice to use any language for our project. As a group, we decided to choose Java and React, and it's you had to learn on your own. Most 90% of the time, all the programming languages from year 2 and 3 you'll have to learn on your own.
Okay. So most of the people who's watching this video right now will probably think about how to apply uni, and is it the right uni they're gonna go to, or is it the right course they're choosing. So on your early stages of A level, how did you manage to choose the perfect uni and the perfect course?
From my A levels, I wanted to do Java in programming language, but different unis do different programming languages in the computer science course. It's good to do your research on what programming language the uni you're applying to does, so you can have a basic knowledge of the programming language before you start your course. So for me, I knew a little bit of Java before I started my first year here. So it wasn't really that hard for me to do my first year project. Instead, if you have no knowledge of anything, of what programming language your course is doing or anything, it might be a little hard for you.
And also every year the government produces like a report of how each department in uni is doing in terms of student interactions and course quality. Did you have a look at it before you joined this Brunel University?
Yes, definitely. Brunel was one of the best ones in London for computer science for computer science.
Okay, now tell us about your final year project.
I'm creating an application which measures your fuel efficiency based on your live location data, your speed data and acceleration. It takes your speed and your braking, and it measures if you should be speeding less or if you should be braking less harshly or something. It'll give you charts and tables after each journey you complete. So you get a visual representation of your drive rather than a paragraph of data or table of data which you don't understand.
Alright, thank you very much, Davo.
So guys, I'm gonna ask him the last question. This is me, Margin. So my question to you is, what do you wanna do after graduation?
After graduation, I want to be an app developer with Flutter, Android app developer with Dart programming for a couple of years, and after that I want to slowly start my own business as I turn 30, as I go into my 30s, and I just want to be self-employed by I'm 35 or something.
Okay. So wish you all the best for your graduation, and hopefully you will be able to achieve your goal.
Alright, so same question for these two as well. What do you guys want to do after your uni?
We want to take over the CEO position of Elon Musk, of Starlink and Tesla, and also focus on the Mars mission. I'm joking. Alright, so right now I'm going to finish my computer science, and I'm looking to do masters in cybersecurity, because I think it will be beneficial, because in future we have like a lot of new technologies and a lot of new introduction to technologies. So I think cybersecurity will be like one of the an important role that could be played in the future, and having that knowledge will benefit a lot of industries. So that could be one of the aims I would have in the future. Also, I also want to do like an individual, like independent work as well. So maybe like I'd like to have a side business. That could be anything. I haven't thought about that, but
Yeah, like you mentioned about cyber, like as technology advancing, there will be a huge opportunity for people out there in the cyber sector. So I'm interested in cyber as well. I'm confused between cyber and software engineering. So I think after my graduation, I will look for work, or I will do masters as well. But my main focus is to get a job in cyber or software engineering, like because I enjoy solving problems and creating full stack apps. So that's what I'm thinking to do. Other than that, I started doing Amazon SBA. And it was going pretty good without like any
Without any knowledge of
without any knowledge of with help of YouTube. I started that and I was able to make a good sale. So that at the moment is I'm not doing anything because I'm focused on my uni. So I will do that inside. And of course you guys are there for me. So yeah, vlogging is something I will take it seriously. And yeah, that will be the plan after graduation.
And make sure you subscribe,
Like the video,
and follow us on social media for more content,
more content,
and also behind the scenes.